We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a complete transition from the bright green bars to white with red borders here, which is the rip area, into a dip area here, breaking through key support levels. And today, within the volatility, our SPY bot, since 7:05 a.m., sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint, stayed below it towards the bell, continued to pull down lower, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 500% plus within hours, guys. And as you see coming up here on the screen, this is the options chain. It went even much higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, receiving this clarity and edge and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY doing a complete transition. We need to talk about why it's pulling downwards and also what the inflow versus outflow is showing. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:35 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within minutes, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator and to our Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. As I stated earlier in the video, doing a complete transition back down from the rip areas here on December 13th and the 14th to white with red borders dip area. And the last time we hit dip areas was back here on the 9th, and we did a full transition from the 9th to the 12th and a full transition from the rip area to the dip area here now today on the 15th. If it's your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips and the rips to the dips to see where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators in inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator since way up here at 403 yesterday. In the second half of the day, the outflows crossed over, and today they continue below the midpoint, and at the opening bell, they continued red and pulled down even lower away from the midpoint, continuing to reflect into the chart and continuing into that dip area here on the 30-minute time frame. Now, in yesterday's video, I talked about how I was going to watch if these inflows can come back up, or will they go ahead and get pulled down even lower, as we were under a bear indicator on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, and on top of that, the 1 hour time frame, guys. This bear indicator popped up since way up here at 405. It was very interesting how it rejected right in that same area, almost like a double top right there from that moment forward, and things rejected downwards. The outflow started to dominate again, and they continued into today to the point that we've hit outflows here of minus 14, one of the highest outflows that we've seen since way back here on November 2nd of minus 15, when things went all the way down to 360s, right? Now, not guaranteed to hit that same area, but it had dropped from way up here at the 380s to the 360s, and today it's dropped from the 400s all the way down to the 380s. And we're now back below that 390 area. And I've been talking about the psychological level of 400 Anything above it, it has been speculated, not guaranteed, right? But speculated that the bulls have control. Anything below it, that the bears are starting to take over. And then 390 was a key support historically here on this chart, because since way back here on November 10th, when that bull indicator popped up and these inflows hit their highest amount that we've seen in a while of 16.23, things have held up all this time within the volatility above 390. Today is the first time since way back here when it tried testing it on the 17th of November that we actually break through it, and now it's at critical levels where a lot of people are questioning, will the bears start to take over at these levels? And in yesterday's video, I broke down how important it was to watch how it reacts between 385 and 387 if it broke through 390, and today it found support at the 387 mark, right? So this is critical here where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and break down the key levels that I'm watching going into tomorrow. And a lot of people are asking, but why is the stock market falling if CPI back here on this date was actually less than expected? Well, on the 13th, after the CPI data, I had stated that everyone was waiting to see how the FOMC meeting went, right? And the first thing is everybody was expecting 0.5 rate hike. That's what happened. But the surprise is, and now the market's trying to price it in, is the fact that the Fed funds rate is expected to be higher than before, which means longer rate hike cycle and more higher rate hikes than expected. So pivot no time soon. That's what's creating this uncertainty, this volatility. And I've stated this before, since way back here within this volatility and all year round. And as we've been ranging here between 390s and 410, 405, I have stated that volatility is here to stay. This is not financial advice, just my perspective and opinion alone. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I've noticed, and I'm trying to maximize as a trader and investor within the moves presented each day within the charts. That's what I'm doing. Doesn't mean that's what others need to do or will work for others, but volatility is here to stay, and we could see it because every single day we've been coming back down to the 390s, bouncing back up to the 4s, then coming back down. Eventually the bears are going to take over or the bulls are going to take over, right? Because this is a really tight spot here that it's been in this sideways action, and all it takes is a big surprise. But the market's been trying to price in all the data that's been coming out, while at the same time trying to price in how the Fed reacts or what they state, right? Different members coming out sounding dovish, sounding hawkish. But the surprise that has created this turbulence is the statements of the Fed funds going higher, which means a longer rate hike cycle, which means more rate hikes than expected, guys. So here we are with the SPY doing a full transition from the rip area here to the dip area on the 1 hour as well. And inflows are trying to pick back up. I'm going to be watching, could it come back towards the midpoint or even cross it? Now, it's not guaranteed to, but the closer it comes to it, the more strength that could start to appear into the chart. And once it crosses over it, well, you could see how much strength it could start to appear like it did here on the 12th to the 13th. And it went from 395 up to 413. Not guaranteed to, but something to not overlook, especially followed by a bull indicator and inflows looking pretty strong. I'll also be watching if the 30-minute and the 15-minute could do that as well. But right now, the 1 hour is trying to come back up. If we zoom out, though, and look at this from the 4 hour, you could see that outflows are at some of the highest points that we've seen in a while, right? The last several times it's hit minus 14, minus 13, and that's exactly where it's at right now. The question mark is, will it find support where it has before and bounce back up, or will it actually break through that and outflows are going to get much more to the downside than we've recently seen, right? Because some of the highest points that we've hit here within this year is minus 15 and even as low as minus 22, guys. And some of the worst ones back in June was down here at minus 35. So I'm watching that carefully here as well. We're under a bear indicator and we haven't hit a dip area on the 4 hour. We're just at red bars. But here we are on the 30-minute at the 388, 387 area. The first support is 385. Below that will be 380. And below 380, if the volatility gets that wild, below that I'm watching 375 to 378 area. Now, to the upside, the first resistance here is 392, 393, and above that is 395. And if that could get broken through, I'm going to be watching if these inflows could pick up, start that staircase effect, and get back up towards 400. That will be critical. And if a bull indicator can pop up in the process to cancel this bear indicator from way up here at 403, and same thing here on the 15-minute time frame as it's trying to come back up, and these inflows are really close to the midpoint. I'm going to be watching if it could cross back over and start to push itself back up and cancel out that bear indicator to continue with the strength to the upside, guys. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.